My tea friends, this is another one from VIET Sun. This is an autumn puer. There it is. Ta Ku Tai. And the website says that it translates into a big rice field. This is a spot in northern Vietnam. And I'm gonna have to wait for my phone to stop ringing. All right. So, quite a bit of shaking there, but that was done purposely. But the leaves look really good. Color is pretty. Not as dark as I thought for an autumn tea. Definitely a fruit sweetness. No bitterness at all. I don't know what fruit it is though. There's some kind of savory something on the back end. Like I can tell just by tasting this cold brew that the hot brew will have some bitterness in there, depending on how it's brewed. But I do like it. Very thirst quenching. Almost sort of a green color, I think. I think it's sort of a green color. But yeah, decent looking leaves, just a lot of shaking there. Show you what this cake looks like. Bam. I love getting these nice chunks. Now this sample is 12 grams. And so I did my very best to kind of split this thing 4, 4, and 4. Of course, without a scale, who knows how I did. But I'm gonna try to break this in half, if at all possible. Yep, and again, I get a bit of shake. And I break it apart. All right. All right. So I'm happy with that one for the hot brew. It doesn't look like a lot of tea. Get this glass warmed up. Pretty yeah, really sweet. Smells more like sugar though. Like not burnt sugar, but like cooked sugar. All right, let's see what happens. Put a little heat to it. Drop this in there. Really curious to see how this tea is going to kind of blow up once we add the water. This is very small right now. So much more savory. And it's taking on some of that autumn forest floral aroma already. Like, yeah, like it does have some green leaf smell, but much more like old, like orange. Colored leaves. Oh my goodness, it is already breaking up the cake. Didn't expect that. All right, so now we're getting the vegetal, like mustard greens, spinach, so I'm expecting this first infusion. And I'm gonna go just a little bit of water here, and I'm gonna go 30 seconds, which might be too much time, but I want to see how strong this thing is and just exactly what it can do. So 30 seconds at near boiling water. The color is not super dark. Again, don't expect that from an autumn flush. But it could be that the cake is still not quite broken up yet. Still fairly large chunk in there, but it is starting to come apart. And yeah, definitely like mustard greens, spinach. What's to be expected from a raw puer. But because of that cold brew being none of that, you know, like not vegetal at all, just straight up sweetness, makes me want to play around with the brewing parameters and see what we can get out of this. A little bit of activity. It's not completely see-through, but it's not like really thick either. And very little material in the brew as well. I'm doing this on an empty stomach, and I'm a little concerned, but sure I'll be okay. Autumn pickings are usually pretty smooth and not as harsh. And this one is definitely that. It's weird because it's very, very smooth. It has that raw green puer in the background, not in the foreground. No bitterness at all. And this was a long steeping and near boiling water. Now, again, that may have everything to do with the fact that the leaf isn't completely opened up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this again with near boiling water, and I'm going to let it steep for a full minute. And I'm certain that after that minute has passed, the leaves will be completely broken up and opened up, and we'll really see what, if any, potency we get out of this thing. Now, I'm not getting much sweetness out of it. It is, like I said, pretty vegetal. But again, it has that autumn leaf smoothness. Not harsh at all. Trying to get that leaf out of the strength. So again, not a lot of water. Maybe I need to add just a tiny bit more. Make sure we cover the leaf completely. So this won't be an exact 60 seconds, but kind of what I'm going for anyway. I seriously doubt this thing can be overbrewed. It is very, very smooth. Also curious if there's going to be any sort of body sensation on this. I don't expect there to be. Like I said, I'm on an empty stomach, so I'm already burping a little bit, so it's definitely active in the tummy. But yeah, I don't expect to get any sort of caffeine jitters or anything crazy like that. Sure, it'll be fine. Oh, really nice and soothing. I'm going past 60 seconds now. But that brew is nice. I'm gonna have to go back to that. That was different. It's sort of a almost minty thing going on, and that cake is still pretty tight. I mean, it's coming apart, but it's still kind of balled up in there. This one might have some real layers to it as far as flavor throughout the session. So, all right, seat number 2. Definitely getting darker, and that's 60 seconds. A little bit of material, definitely active, not see-through at all, and so I think that's going to continue to happen as these leaves open up. Again, no bitterness. Very smooth, very much in autumn tea. It does have a flavor profile of, those yellow, orange leaves. Earthy, not quite savory, but definitely earthy. The sweetness is different. It's not fruit sweetness. It's not sugar sweetness. It's not even a vegetal sweetness. It's the kind of sweetness. Why is my phone ringing again? It's the kind of sweetness that you think about when you think about, literally a leaf, falling to the ground. It's turning from a vibrant green into this red, this orange, this yellow, and it's those sugars that have kind of condensed down and are dying off. But they're also they're more like a bright green leaf. It's not like super sweet. It's like tart, right? Because it's not ripe yet. And as those leaves ripen, those sugars really condense down and turn into. So it's that kind of sweetness. Okay, now I want to hit this hard again, but I don't know if I'm going to get anything out of it more than what I have so far. So let's go with